Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Screen Society. I'm your host, Ore, and anytime that you're here, just expect good conversation about film, TV, all of that good stuff. We've got our guest today, Bisola.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Bisola. I am Bisola. I don't know. Sorry, I just forgot what I do. What do I? Okay, I'm on a podcast as well.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene podcast. I am the fun one of the group.
Nice.
I bring a real cool, young,
Yeah.
demure vibe
Demure. Yeah.
to the podcast. Yeah, that's really me. Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Okay, so before we get into it, we always start off our episodes with this. What I would love for you to do so that people can get to know you, get a feel for your vibe, is if you could present to us all an unpopular opinion that you have about film and or TV. I feel like
This is all I bring to our podcast anyway. All my takes tend to be unpopular. I am of the belief that movies especially need to be fun again. We need to get back into a fun. I think we were once really fun and it was paying off, as in like the fun movies were actually doing well and they were getting all these awards and whatnot. But now like they've stopped doing that. Now everyone's like, okay, it has to be really serious films. God forbid we get another run of Oppenheimers. No more. It's enough. It's no more. We can't do it anymore. We can't. Go back to the days when we were watching things like He's Just Not That Into You. 3 hours of like a star-studded cast, and it was just so fun. All like, we get the confessionals, you get different parts of their lives. It's all mixed together. It's like, what? Like, I watched the other day Crazy Stupid Love again, yeah?
So good. That's like one of my favourite films.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, one of my favourite films.
But Steve Carell, you're never going to look at him and be like, yeah, he's a shit actor because he did this like rom-com or this fun female-esque movies, what they used to call it, yeah? It needs to start paying off again. So make films fun again.
You know what? I hard agree.
Thank you.
The main, I guess, like the main topic for this episode today, which of course you already know, but just share with the viewers, is that it is most annoying characters in TV.
Yes.
So you're like a self-confessed TV fanatic anyway.
Yeah, I ain't got a life.
Yeah, right, okay, fine. And self-confessed TV fanatic, and obviously the best part, or I feel like the best TV, or the best kind of any like media consumption, anything that you're consuming that's like visual, is stuff that gets you like invested. Mm-hmm. And like if you're actually, I actually think it's maybe a good thing if you're sitting at home annoyed by this character, if they're meant to be annoying anyway. Yeah. It's maybe a good thing that you're like actually getting into it and you're like, nah, what is this guy doing? What's this girl doing? So today we're going to discuss who we think are the top three most annoying characters in TV. So we'll start. I'll start.
Okay, please.
Just to, ease you into it. And my number 3 is, which I think is I think she's someone that people will like generally be like, yeah, you're right. But I think anyway. My number 3 is Molly from Insecure. I actually think a lot of them are okay, right. So Molly from Insecure, and I caveat what I want to do is I want to caveat this by saying that Molly from Insecure is annoying is not me saying that Issa from Insecure is not annoying. If we were starting at number 4, she would probably be there. So I just want to caveat that they are actually collectively quite an annoying pairing. There's annoying men in the show as well. But I had to pick one. Okay. And I had to pick the person that when I was watching the show, it was more like her annoyances were instantly apparent to me rather than like me finishing the show and thinking, actually, no, that was a bit annoying. Oh, no, actually, maybe she shouldn't have done that. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. I think Molly, when I was watching, I was literally like, nah, this girl is annoying. This baby's annoying. Like, it's annoying. And I think I also want to caveat it with...
Too many caveats.
Yeah, so many caveats. But it's just for number 3. The other 2 are like straight up annoying.
Okay, good.
But I also want to caveat it with, I feel like me saying that she's annoying... So I think what people like about Molly, right, is that because I read loads of like think pieces and when like you finish a show and you're like reading all the articles and stuff. So I read loads of think pieces where people were like, Molly's, she's like typical eldest sister character. She's the typical professional black woman. Like she's like, obviously she's like this high flying lawyer. before she moved to the firm that had black people in, she was in a firm where like there was only like old white people and stuff like that. And like she's, you know, she's in this environment and all of this stuff to like, that kind of almost like justified her annoyances or her annoyingness. And they were basically saying that like, you know, she's realistic, that these things happen. I just want to clarify that someone being realistic does not negate that does not negate how annoying they are. Just because that person could exist in real life, and when they exist in real life, they are also annoying.
Yeah,
it's actually fine. And I think that there were parts of her that were like, oh yeah, she's probably like that because of this, or she's probably like that, and that's fine. And I agree, but she was annoying. She was annoying. I think the way in which she handled, and again, like I said, Issa was also annoying, but like the way in which she handled their fallout was annoying. I think the way in which she handled like her relationships, like her like her romantic relationships was annoying. Like there were times where I was actually like, no, why are you doing this? Why have you said this? Why are you like this? Like, what's wrong with you? It was annoying. And again, like I said, she's like, a lot of people will say she's being realistic, or she's being like, there's the one episode where she finds out that the person that she's dating is bisexual.
Yeah.
Annoying. Like the way she handled it was annoying. And that's not me saying that someone wouldn't handle it in that way, but it was the way in which she like, the way she told her friends and like the way she already had her mind made up irrespective of what they were going to, it was annoying. It was annoying. The work stuff, like her, I find, in reality, I find, I have a real big thing about like, I get people being busy. I actually get that your job is busy. And right. I get that you're working in Goldman Sachs and that you're this person. I actually get that. You're not the first person in the world to be busy. Yep. You're not the first person in the world to have a busy job. You're not the first person in the world to have a demanding job. You're actually not. Just calm down. That's annoying. Yes, it's realistic, but it's annoying.
Yeah.
So I found her annoying. And I still kind of liked her. Kind of. Like,
I'm interested to hear your top two, because so far we're off to a really shaky start.
Really? Oh my God, okay, right. You go for yours then.
Oh, we're going one for one?
Yeah, we're going one for one.
Okay, here's my issue, yeah? Here's my issue. Writing my list is really difficult. Yeah.
Starting with a caveat. Oh.
No, it's not a caveat. It's not a caveat. Don't hey. My list was really long. Originally it was 15. Yeah, when you guys told me it was 15. Narrowed it down to about 5. But here's the problem. I find it really difficult. I'm like, are they annoying characters or annoying human beings? And this was my issue. If they were real people, would I want to punch them in the face? Or are they just written in a really annoying way? I couldn't decipher the two. But then I tried to like collate the list together and figure out how we're going to do this. So, number 3, you haven't watched Manifest, but there's a character called Egan Tirani, in Manifest. He is so annoying, but the annoyance is like, use your brain. Like, do you know, it's like you're not, turn it on. It's that moment with him. There are so many moments in the show where they can kind of just work together for the greater good. Like, the whole show is based on the greater good. Yeah, it's all about like collective consciousness and being one, and how one action affects many, and how your individual action can affect so many people. And he knows this. They all have powers. Like they've all got like visions and stuff, and he's experienced them. But he goes out of his way to like be selfish. And his selfishness is like, well, if you just use your brain, you would save yourself as well. There's a point in the show where like his parents are in trouble as well, and it's like, what have you gained from just not using your brain? And it becomes a real insufferable watch when you're watching. You're like, so he's really just not gonna use his brain like at all. Like he's gonna be stupid. Like actually between him and another character, there's like 2 or 3 of them that just have the same
in the same show.
Oh my goodness. watching the final seasons was really difficult, because we'll watch people be really dumb until like the final 10 minutes. They're not dumb. But I've watched all 5 seasons,
and you're just dumb.
And I'm like,
season after season.
And then you think one of them's dead, and she won't die. Oh my God, this one, the other character, she won't die. She won't die. Oh my God, she won't die. Like there are 3 moments when she should have died, yeah, and then we're like, yeah, she's dead. And then Angelina comes up from the grave. Oh God! I'm just like, what is this? So it's between Angelina and Egan, but I think it might be Egan, because it's like, Angelina, you can almost understand her madness, whereas Egan is like, you're just being dumb.
before we get into 2 and 1, I'm gonna do a little spin the wheel segment. You can spin the wheel. You can spin the wheel. Go
Have we looked at this since I came
like...
in here? Okay. All right, ready? Seven.
Okay, 7. Number 7 is guess the actor.
Oh, I'm
so
bad at this. Okay. No, we've been playing these that kind of podcast games as well, and I always lose.
I think you'll be alright with this. So what I'll do is I'm gonna say a list of either TV shows and films, etc., that either an actor or an actress has been in, and you just got to guess who I'm talking about. Quite simple, I think, maybe. Okay, guess the actor. Beasts of No Nation. There you go.
Yes! Oh my God, this is the first time ever. I think I love it here. Guys, can I stay forever? Yo, fuck post-credit scene podcast.
Okay, so we're back. We're back to the main kind of segment of the show. Where we'll go for number 2.
Okay.
So number 2 on the list, most annoying character. I'm actually going to let you go first.
Can I give you the ones that didn't make the list?
What, some honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so honorable mentions is Dennis or Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They're just irritating.
They are irritating. Yeah.
But
irritating is...
I guess the whole show is based on like the worst people ever.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to be
So
irritating.
they're written that way. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There are so many moments in the show I'm like, you guys are just so dumb. And it's like, it's not even funny dumb. It's like, I want to slap you dumb.
When I was coming up with my list, there were times where I was like, maybe I should consider whether I just actually find them annoying or whether they're actually there to be annoying. And I tried to not, because I know what you mean. With them, it's like, no, actually, they're probably made to be irritating.
Is it. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Raising Dion, the character Dion. I know he's a kid, but he was just so jarring. Sorry, guys. He was so jarring, man. Oh, that little nigga was pissing me off. I'm so sorry. As I say it out loud, it sounds crazy. And it just said, I said Charlie and Dennis, it's always sunny. And we're like, yeah, the little kid from Raising Dion. Like, he was a bit jarring, like, just a tiny bit jarring. Like, and then I've got Dean from Good Girls, the husband.
Oh, yeah.
Because he is the reason
that
everything went the way it went. And he just wasn't smart. It's so simple. Just don't cheat on your wife. I think
he was actually annoying.
And like, he had this really dumb face he used to make. It might just be the character's face in hindsight, but it just used to piss me off. Sorry. It used to piss me the fuck off. Oh my God. He used to annoy the shit out of me. I'm like, oh, Dean again. I think you know your wife is literally like a kingpin right now, yeah? And you're like, I can go and stop the mob. Like, who do you think you are? Like, come on.
He was annoying. I had a TV husband on my, what's the word, like provisional list.
No, but my list is, my TV husband's on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's number 2.
Okay, no, you go. Let me not.
I'm scared it might be your honorable mention. Mine's Tom Scarver.
Oh my God, that was my honorable mention. That was my honorable mention.
Tom Scarver's a bitch.
Oh my God, he's so awful.
He's a bum bitch. I hate Tom Scarver.
Awful.
I hate Tom Scarver.
Oh my God, like one of my friends has just started watching Desperate Housewives for the first time, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, Lynette and Tom," and I had to not look at her because she would see the disgust in my eyes, and I didn't want to spoil the journey she's about to go on.
Because I loved him.
Yeah.
They're so lovely. Like, they're my family. I'm like, you're so deeply insecure and you make it everyone else's problem. You're just jarring and you've got this real whininess to you. Your voice pisses me. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate everything about Tom Scarver.
Yeah, awful.
There are no redeeming traits about him. None. And Lynette, like, she really is like, I think she's actually quite a well-rounded human, like, in terms of like written character. I feel like she has her flaws and stuff, but in terms of character development as well, I think I liked her as a human being.
Yeah, same.
Like,
and
she's
I
a real
liked
person,
the journey. Agreed.
Tom just became worse and worse. Like, his pizza shop, yeah?
Oh my God.
Him and his extra daughter, like, there were so many moments,
God.
Tom, I was just like, if you were just a bit more honest, or like, you were less whiny, you made it like less of Lynette's problem. Like, she didn't want to have another child. Fair enough. But you almost made it seem like then I get to go back to work. She's better at the job than you are.
Yeah.
She's therefore making more money. Why, like, don't you like living in Wisteria Lane?
He was just so, like, inefficient as a husband. I don't know how to, like, that sounds really rude, but, like...
Husband, human being, everything.
Yeah.
He's incompetent.
Yeah,
That's what
he
just incompetent.
He was awful. He was so awful.
Yeah, my least favourite person was Wisteria Lane. And Brie was actually a racist, so it's crazy that I hate him more.
My number 2 is Ross from Friends. I actually love Friends. Have you never watched it?
No, I'm really upset you chose Ross.
Yeah, sorry. And I don't mean
Phoebe
it in
was right there.
I don't mean it in
Phoebe was right there.
Oh, I hate him, get him off the show. Of course not. He's an integral part of the show. He's so funny. He's so, like, there's so many scenes where I'm like...
He's the funniest.
He's the funny. Yeah. 100%.
The fact that he chose him and not Phoebe kind of has thrown me off.
I'm giving it to him.
Even Chandler, to be honest.
No, I didn't find Chandler that annoying. Chandler was like, yeah.
Ross was not annoying.
Oh, Ross was so annoying. There's so many times, yeah. So I've watched Friends, no exaggeration, like 50 times through. Like, Netflix sometimes will email me being like, don't forget to finish Friends. And I'm like, girl, you don't even know. You
already know I've watched it 10
You don't even
times,
know. Why are you emailing me that? So I've watched it so many times. In different... I feel like I've watched it almost like consistently for years, which sounds weird, but I watched it when it was like on E4, then Comedy Central, then on Netflix. Like, I've just kept watching it. And if you asked me like years ago, whatever, I wouldn't have said this about Ross. Watching it again and again more recently, there's so many times where I'm like, Ross, and my sister, so I watch it with my sister. My sister has like way less grace for TV characters than I do. Like, she won't give anyone, and she hates Ross. Like, she can't stand, she'll be like, nah, Ross, this whiny bitch. Oh my God. Like, she actually can't stand it. But I think watching it again, there's a couple of scenes, or couple of like storylines where I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why are you like this? What's actually wrong with you? The not telling Rachel that he didn't annul the marriage. What's your problem? What is actually your problem? That is quite literally the definition of annoying. Like, imagine that in real life. I can actually punch you right now. What are you doing? Why have you done that? Why have you actually done that? Do you know how easy it is to annul a Vegas marriage? They're not really like that. That's such a like, yeah, just sign the papers, get it done. And why did you do that? What's wrong with you? Oh, because I didn't want to be divorced again. Oh, Ross, because now we're scrapping. Now we're actually scrapping. What is your problem?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was rewatching Friends recently. Yeah, and I think it's season 8. When he dates his student.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's like, it's not actually shunned. It's like just frowned upon. Yeah, but like he meets her dad, and her dad's dating Rachel. And they go out for dinner. Yeah, and then Rachel keeps coming back. Yeah, like, oh, that marriage or this marriage.
Oh
that
my
marriage,
God, yeah.
And every scene with Ross, he's a tiny bit annoying, but he's more funny than he is annoying.
And I think 100%, he is the funniest character for me. Like, there's definitely more like storylines and scenes where he makes me laugh more than he annoys me. But when the annulment thing really pissed me off. I don't know why. It's like I was married to him. Like, it actually really pissed me off. There's also another one, earlier seasons, where him and Rachel have just started going out, and Rachel gets the job. She moves from being a waitress to working in fashion.
Yeah.
Her dream, by the way. Her dream. She has always wanted to work in fashion. Why are you being annoying about that?
I'm not going to die on the hill of defending the white man. I'm not going to, yeah? I was never going to do that, yeah? But you've gone from Molly to Ross. I'm actually terrified for your number 1. I'm actually shaking as I sit here. I'm like, this is going to be such a curveball.
Nah. So, like you said, your list is like, they're just 100% annoying.
Yeah.
Mine are like, they annoy me so much when they annoy me. But they do have redeeming qualities, and I do like them. And also, there are times at which they are not the most annoying person in the room, like in the scene.
See, this is the problem.
However,
that's not really annoying.
When they are annoying, the level of annoyance that they reach angers me.
But Ross never annoys me enough for me to be like, get Ross off my screen. No. Ross from Scavo, I literally skipped scenes when he was in it. I didn't even care about missing contact. I did not want to see your face. I swear to you. Oh my God, when he said he was going back to work, that scene, I'd never been so angry in my life.
She's annoying.
It pissed me off. It brought out the worst version of me. Like,
he was actually awful.
Okay, now, what is your number one? And it's like I really like. I'm gonna save some hate in me for your number one, just in case.
Okay, so my number one, I was gonna say it's quite niche, but I don't think it is. I think it might. I don't know. It's one of those ones where like you have to have watched the show or read the book. It's based on a book, but you had to have watched the show to understand it. But I don't know if you've watched Normal People.
No.
It's great. It's just like it's a limited series. There's only like one season. It's like maybe like 8 episodes.
Is it when they got powers?
No, it's very people. Like I was gonna say it's very normal, no pun intended, but it's just very like
corny.
It's very just like there's no like supernatural element or whatever. It's based in Ireland, and it's this Connell and Marianne. They follow them from when they're like in school, maybe like like GCSE, like whatever the equivalent of GCSEs in Ireland, up to uni. So you're following them for like maybe like 4 or 5 years. Marianne is this really like shy girl in school, really shy, and Connell's like popular. I was gonna say the jock, but it's not American, it's Irish, but he's like cool and he's like got all his friends and stuff like that. They fancy each other. They fancy each other. They're connected outside of school as well, and they fancy each other. Connell will be like, you know, the whole trope of like, oh, like, I fancy this girl, but she's, you know, not part of the status quo, so I'm not gonna talk to her. What are you doing? What are you doing? And it's also things like, so he'll say things like, they go to each other's house after school, they're sleeping together, they're together. In school, he airs her, which is like, cool, whatever, I'm teenage, whatever. When they get older, he says things like, basically in Ireland, they have this thing called, like I know everything about Ireland from this one show that has 6 episodes, but they have this thing called Debs, which I think is like their prom, like debutante ball thing, whatever. Anyway, I think it's like prom for them. And she's like, oh, like obviously you said that you liked me, you really like me, we still like each other now, we're still in contact, like would you have asked me to Debs, like when we were younger? And he's like, no, I don't think I would have. And you know when you're just like,
okay.
What?
Yeah, I think I hate him.
Yeah, no, as in like, and it's such a like muted annoyance. Like it's not like there's nothing slapstick about the show. It's not like, oh wow, he's like running when he's meant to be. It's not anything, there's nothing big about the show. Everything is very like muted even. But it's just like, what's your problem? Like there's even a scene where his mum bats him up in the car. Because his mum is like, what is wrong with you? Like, why do you act like this with this girl? Like, what are you doing? Are you just going to keep sleeping with her and just like messing with her head? Like, and it's not, and again, the annoyance is just like I just want to shake it. Like, you know, it's just, I just want to shake you.
What's like, conk your head, that kind of vibe.
Like, what's your problem? And it'd be different if it was only set in school. Because then you'd be like, oh, I don't know, he's 15. Yeah. Or I think they're in...
Does he ever grow up?
No, they're very like the same. Until maybe like the last episode. And then you're like, okay, cool, whatever, like.
Yeah, I'm not watching the show.
No, and it is annoying. It's an annoying watch. But it is very like, it sits with you.
Okay, my number one.
Go for it.
I don't think it's controversial whatsoever. Yeah, I honestly think everyone should believe this. If you don't, go watch that show again. I rewatch this show every 6 months or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I need to let it go. Like, for my own peace of mind, I need to let it go. I now skip the scenes that he's in it with his love interest. They both piss me off. My person is Fitzgerald Grant III. I hate President Grant.
Do you know what's so
every
funny?
fiber of my
You
video.
skipping all of the love scenes is better.
That's why I can rewatch it so much. I get through the 6 seasons with ease. I can watch 4 episodes a day of Scandal because I have skipped so much of the hi.
And
they say hi
play
to
their
each other.
music in the background like that same score that they play every time.
Oh, brother, it sucks. I hate him. Like, do you know what? No, this is more than annoyance. I hate him. I hate every single thing about him. I think he's a pretentious prick. I think he's just so entitled. Like, he acts, I'm even breaking stuff. He acts, he acts like he's been like dealt the worst hand ever.
Yeah.
Mind you, the hand in question is a wife that lets you cheat with your mistress, and you're the president of the United States.
And you came from privilege.
Do you know what I mean?
Always come from.
Also,
he's always come
him
from that.
calling Melly Smelly Melly pissed me off more than I could even imagine.
Yeah.
I had to deal with Smelly Melly. And I'm thinking, she dealt with you cheating on her. She also dealt with something really horrific.
Yeah.
From your father, who you obviously don't need to apologize for it because it's not your doing. But
like, acknowledge
the
it.
way you even dealt with it, like,
yeah.
gave her a hug and like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's it. Then
That's
you went
it.
to go
Straight
shag.
back to Olivia.
You went to go shag your mistress after. How dare you? Yeah, and like even the scene where they lose their son. Yeah, and then she obviously gets on the flight with Jake, and then Melly's literally crying with him, being like, he's like, "Where's Liv?" And it's like,
yeah, that was nasty.
It's like
that was nasty.
And even Mel was like, "Well, Liv was here tonight. Like, you feeling better now?" And it's like she even knows that the role she plays, and I hate the way that they treated Melly. Like, I've never ever in my life been on the side of a pretentious Republican white woman, ever. But that show made me really like ride for her. Yeah. I'm like, she's the
There's
only one
one
that
scene
actually...
that she does where she's like, this is when they've told her to break up with, is it Andrew, the vice president, the one that she started having an affair with. And she does this speech, you know, the Scandal, they love a monologue. And she's like, you never let me have anything. You know the way she goes,
I hate that low voice she does. You get everything. Okay, buddy. Okay, we hear it.
I was actually like, nah, for real though.
No, but I think I love that speech so much because it was like 2.5 minute songs. It was actually quite a long speech. Yeah. But she's literally playing out their life in detail. Like she even faked her losing the child for him. She actually had children for him. She had an heir and a spare, basically. Yeah. Like, I've got everything for you. I gave you a daughter. I gave you a son. Like, and also I gave you another child. Like, I've done everything possible. Like, I've also let you cheat on me constantly. Yeah, and I've just accepted that the cheating's for the greater good.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're not even understanding that I can have something. I can't even have a single thing. Obviously, Andrew turned out to be the worst human being ever.
Yeah, awful,
but
really.
She couldn't even get a cheeky shag. Like, what the hell?
The point
and also, on top of that, you won't even have sex with her. Like, you didn't even find her attractive. Like, you make her feel like a piece of shit.
Literally, there were points where he'd literally be like...
The whole press run, when they were like, he looks like he doesn't bang his wife.
Yeah.
It's because he's too busy banging Olivia. Oh my God. Literally everything. Him being like, I can give up my presidency. He went to war for this woman.
Yeah, crazy. I only rewatched Scandal last year, as in it was my first rewatch.
Oh, damn.
And when I watched it the first time, I wouldn't have agreed with you.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, no, Fitz and Olivia, oh my God, Fitz and Liv.
That was me the first time as well.
Yeah. I would have been like, no, love them. On rewatch, we were literally, like, again, it was me and my sister, and we were like, oh, come on, man. What even are these two? Like, what is this?
To a certain extent, Olivia Pope was not that great either.
A lot of them weren't.
No,
Do you know who I actually found quite annoying? Not sure if you're going to agree.
I don't think I am.
Jake.
No. Captain Ballard is the only one on that show that actually not only stands for something, but is least annoying. Because let me tell you why he's least annoying. Captain Ballard actually understands the Republic and like dying for the Republic. And he understands the Republic. He's a trained soldier. Everything he does is for the greater good. He's the only one that actually has foresight. No one else has that on the show.
Professionally, I absolutely agree. Give the guys accolades. He is top. His love for Olivia and the fact that he didn't die ever. Jake, come here, let me shake you. Come here, let me shake you.
That's the thing, is that love still drives a lot of this. Like, Scandal is truly like there's an arc of love throughout the whole thing, and love is what drives a lot of their decisions and what they do, whether it's platonic or romantic. But my point is that Fitzgerald Grant, his love was just a waste of my time because it was driving nothing. Like, it was for no reason. Stand up. Hate him. Sorry, that's it. I hate him so much. Sorry, I hate him so much, guys.
Well, to end the show, what we're going to do is a trivia quiz.
Okay, let's do it.
Animated series Rick and Morty, what's the name of Rick's interdimensional gun that allows him to travel between universes?
No, don't skip.
In Donnie Darko, what's the name of the
skip?
In the TV show Insecure, what's the name of Issa's best friend who works as a
Molly.
What's the name of the alternate dimension in Coraline that mirrors the protagonist? Which 2018 superhero film, directed by Ryan Coogler, became a cultural phenomenon and was the first Marvel film to win an Academy Award?
Oh my God, what am I, Black Panther?
Yeah. Which Pixar film, released in 2015, personifies the emotions inside a young girl's mind? Yeah. Which 2006 sci-fi film, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, depicts a dystopian future where humans have become infertile and society is on the brink of collapse?
Model Z?
No, Children of Men. Which character in Avengers Endgame sacrifices themselves to obtain the Soul Stone? In
Iron Man.
No, Black Widow.
What? Soul Stone.
In Interstellar, which character, played by Matthew McConaughey, embarks on a mission throughout a wormhole to find his new home? Cooper. In Westworld, what's the name of the company that operates... Which Marvel film released in 2008 is credited with kickstarting the MCU?
Iron Man.
Yep. What's the real name of the character known as the Winter Soldier in the Marvel films?
Scarlett Johansson.
No.
Winter Soldier. Oh my God. Why would you say Black Widow? Why would you say Black Widow? Sorry, 35 was on my mind the whole time.
So I'm also going to be controversial. I think these questions are harder.
They were so difficult.
I think they're harder than what we've gone through.
They definitely were.
Previously. 20 points. Where does that leave Bisola in the leaderboard?
No, I'm doing it again. Oh, good morning, guys. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Bisola, thank you so much for appearing on the show.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much. I had lots of fun.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about you.
You learned a lot about me. Yeah. I learned a lot about you as well.
Derogatory. In brackets, derogatory.
I want you to go home and watch Normal People. I want anyone that hasn't watched any of the shows that we mentioned to also watch them.
Go watch Manifest, everyone.
Yeah, watch Manifest, even though Bisola said it's trash TV and
trash
everyone's
TV,
annoyed.
trust me. Everyone annoys you, but you're going to be like, wow, this is a waste of an hour, but I don't regret it.
But yeah, go and watch the shows if you haven't watched them already. Leave comments, share your thoughts, tell everybody how you agree with me.
Hey, my man.
Yeah, we'll see you next time for another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching an episode of Silver Screen Society. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all of that. Bye.